Fear of terrorist attacks is just one of the many reasons opponents of Yucca Mountain don't want nuclear waste stored there. Several other reasons were on display tonight at UNLV. News 1's Dana Drake joins us live from the Barrick Museum at UNLV with the story. Dana.
Well, Deborah, tonight the Yucca Mountain opening for the warning sign exhibit was here at the Barrick Museum, and the artwork you're going to see inside takes the Yucca Mountain debate to a whole new level.
The challenge: design a universal warning sign for Yucca Mountain if it were to become the nation's nuclear waste storage site.
This marker must be effective to prevent intentional or inadvertent human intrusion into the site over the course of at least 10,000 years.
The idea comes from the Environmental Protection Agency's history of using warning signs and documents at nuclear waste repositories, like the one in Carlsbad, New Mexico.
The government takes this aspect extremely seriously. Here they've got a monument that has the explanation of the WIP site and warnings in multiple languages.
Government signs have evolved over the years, warning of radioactivity.
It's only about 50 years old, maybe a little bit older, but you can see that it's already starting to fade away.
The Desert Space Foundation and UNLV's Barrick Museum commissioned a worldwide competition for visual artists, architects, and engineers. The idea is to spark conversation and to educate people about the Yucca Mountain issue.
Trying to alert people about the legacy that we're leaving for future generations.
The submissions took a variety of forms. There were video compositions.
These giant reflectors, which magnify the heat of the desert and compound with the sound to create this intense, increased heat.
Also web-based designs and posters with a political statement.
Shows the radiation symbol as, a road to an end. The students' work from Southern Missouri State University in Springfield, Missouri, who decided to do more of a gestural graphic protest statement. Essentially what he's proposing are dense titanium rods that are quite enormous, that would sway in the desert winds and collide violently to create loud and high-pitched disturbances that are unappealing to animals and humans. Similar to microchips, but the messages in this case are trying to transcend language.
The Best of Show winner is a graduate student from the UCLA School of Architecture.
His concept was to create a genetically engineered yucca cactus that would be blue in color and would reproduce itself within a limited range, that being the ridge of Yucca Mountain. The idea of one mutant life form standing sentry and guarding another mutation, which of course is the radioactive energy.
The Desert Space Foundation will offer these designs to the Department of Energy. Ultimately, the question posed by this exhibit: will future generations in 10,000 years get the message?
It's up to the viewer who sees the exhibit to judge for themselves if they think any of these particular methods would indeed be effective.
A short while ago, we met up with a few of the winning artists and asked them why they joined the competition.
Well, I decided to get involved with this project to help raise awareness in the community for all of what's going on with Yucca Mountain. I think it's great to bring publicity so we can help the citizens sort of realize that they do have power to make decisions and make choices in what's going on in the community.
Yucca Mountain is in my backyard, and it's in the backyard of everybody that lives here, and it's also an issue that's going to last for, we don't even know how long. And so as an artist, it was interesting to have the ability to comment on it.
Now, if you'd like to see the exhibit for yourself, it's going to be here at the Barrick Museum until March 9th. Reporting live, Dana Drake, News 1. Back to you, Deborah.
Very interesting. Thank you, Dana.
Sure.
Well, a letter was hand-delivered to each member of Congress this week outlining the flawed process used by the Department of Energy to study Yucca Mountain. In just days, Energy Secretary Spencer Abraham is expected to formally recommend Yucca Mountain as the nation's nuclear waste storage site. The letter to Congress criticizing the choice was written by a broad coalition of environmental and public interest groups.
If nuclear waste came rolling through town on the Las Vegas belt,